Surprise, surprise. That's right, I'm back. And I know I haven't been talking much about anything lately. That's because lately, there hasn't been much to talk about. Anyway, first things first, you may notice that my voice sounds different, and that's because the audio I'm using on this computer is 10 times better than the audio I was using on my other computer. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Now on to the heart of the matter. Because of what I'm going to be discussing in this video, I have disabled both the video responses as well as the text responses, and that's because I don't want all these fanboys pouring out of the woodwork, filling up all my responses with crap and opinions, and then trying to use their opinions as fact and stating that they're fact. So if you want to talk to me about this, PM me, but you're not going to be filling up all these responses with crap. Okay, now what I'm going to be talking about is, that's right, Ubisoft's quote, crap DRM in Assassin's Creed 2 and Silent Hunter 5. Alright, first off, there's the term DRM. I need to clear up what the hell that really means because a lot of people are misusing the term and they don't know what it is. DRM stands for Digital Rights Management. Somehow, the word rights got changed to restriction, and that's not correct. DRM stands for Digital Rights Management. It does not stand for Digital Restrictions Management. Okay? It's not even the same thing. Alright, anyway, the point is that DRM is mainly found in music that you download, in movies that you download that you pay for off of sites like iTunes or Apple or wherever. Okay? Now, this type of protection prevents anybody from burning movies to a DVD or music to a CD and playing them from an outside source other than what's on your computer. Because if you put them through on Windows Media Player, if you look in the right-hand corner, the left-hand corner down at the bottom, a lot of the time it'll say, when you're playing a piece of protected content, acquiring license. That's what that is. It's the right you have to listen to or watch any music or video you put down, you download to your computer from a site like I said, iTunes or wherever. Now, another myth is that people are saying, "Oh, the DRM has been cracked." DRM cannot be cracked. I don't know where people are getting that from. Okay, people saying, "Oh, they're cracking the DRM." You go find me anywhere. I will challenge you to people who think this is what I'm saying is a lie and it can be cracked. Find me anywhere on the internet a tutorial that cracks DRM, and I guarantee you will not be able to find it. It's because it doesn't exist. DRM is the one piece of software that cannot be hacked. The term is it's bypassed. Doesn't mean it's not there, and it doesn't mean it's hacked into and the program's been changed. It's been bypassed because you can't crack it. Okay, so that's myth number 2. Now, let's put it this way. People somehow people are associating DRM with Ubisoft's game. Now, I'm going to make a comparison here, okay? Saying Assassin's Creed 2, this is just my opinion because this whole thing doesn't make any sense. I don't think there's any DRM inside the Assassin's Creed 2 or Silent Hunter 5. What it is I think it's a security measure that allows you to talk to the servers, which is not the same thing as DRM. It's a security feature because saying Assassin's Creed 2 has DRM and saying Silent Hunter 5 has DRM is the exact same thing as saying World of Warcraft has DRM. Because in order for World of Warcraft for you to play it, you have to constantly be connected online to their servers, and there is no single player on it. You cannot play World of Warcraft at all unless you are on a server online. Now, does that mean that's DRM? No, that means that's how you have to play the game. Now, the Assassin's Creed 2 and Silent Hunter 5 are set up the exact same way WoW is. You have to be connected online, and you have to be connected to their servers. Period. That, I don't think, is DRM, because like I said, the comparison to that is like saying World of Warcraft has DRM in it. It doesn't. It just means you have to play on their server. DRM means you have to acquire the license. And when you buy something, the license has been acquired and set to your computer, so it's already set. The DRM is a license issue. It has nothing to do with how you frickin' connect. It drives me nuts. Again, this is my opinion, and that's what I honestly think. Now, the issue here is, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because to this point of this video, for the last day and a half, it's going on 2 days now at least from what I understand, is that anybody who's bought a PC copy of either Assassin's Creed 2 or Silent Hunter 5 cannot play it at all. Whether they digitally downloaded it or bought it, it's an unusable game. You can't even play it because the Ubisoft servers got screwed. Now, when Ubisoft announced this so-called, quote, DRM in their games, or whatever it is, saying that this connection here, they were told that if you disconnect from online in any way, shape, or form, even for a split second, you lose all saved progress and you can't play. Which is pretty much the same thing as WoW, except WoW has a feature, as soon as you disconnect, it automatically saves your progress, just automatic. So, there really is no difference between disconnecting from an Ubisoft server and disconnecting from World of Warcraft server. Now, the servers went down because Ubisoft screwed up. Now, as a retaliation to prevent Ubisoft from getting sued, they had to come up with something. So they got their lawyers or whoever the hell it was on their protection team to prevent them from getting screwed. Let's say hackers attacked the servers and prevented us from going on. They can say that because the same kind of thing happened to Facebook, but that's not the same thing. Facebook is not the same thing as having a private server like that. Facebook is basically a public server, which is a different access. Saying hackers successfully attacked an Ubisoft server is the exact same thing as saying hackers successfully attacked a Blizzard server, which cannot be done. Same thing with AreaNet. You can attack it, but it won't be successful. The same thing with AreaNet, the same people who do Guild Wars. You can attack their servers. Nobody's ever hacked into their servers. No one. And you can Google that and contact all. That's backed up. Nobody's ever been able to hack an AreaNet server or Blizzard server successfully. They've replicated the servers, which is where private servers come from, but never hacked into it. And Ubisoft is just as big of a company as AreaNet and Blizzard, so they can't use this crap that hackers successfully attacked them. They basically screwed up, and to prevent themselves from being sued, they had to come up with some lame cop-out excuse. Now, this brings me into the piracy issue. People are saying who own the game or who are Ubisoft, quote, fanboys, and this is why I disabled all the comments, is because, of course, they're going to say, oh, deal with it. Let me ask you a question. I read this comment from somebody else. What's going to happen when Ubisoft servers die and they no longer support the game? You're not going to be able to play it. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go find a crack to play that game. So don't give me this crap you're telling people that we have to deal with it. Okay? You full well know that the only way to play that game is online. And when Ubisoft servers crash, you are going to be the first ones to go out and get a crack for the game. And I know that for a fact because it's happened. And this leads me into the whole, we put DRM in our games, or we put protection and security in our games because of pirators. And pirators are saying, well, we're cracking this because we like to do it, but also because you're screwing people over and preventing them from playing a game. Now that leads into what I'm about to say. If they're so worried about losing sales, which they have at this point, and it's their own fault that they're blaming hackers, but anyway, the point is, if they're so concerned with losing sales because of this, or because of people pirating, or whatever this crap is, let me bring up a few games here. Fallout 3 and Risen. Fallout 3 made by Bethesda. Absolutely had no protection in it. You can get the game, install it on your computer, and you can even play it without a CD inside the drive. It doesn't need the CD because it has no CD check, and there's absolutely no protection in it. Now, that Fallout 3 got pirated to a piss. So in all their downloadable content. Let me ask you something. Go look at the sales on Fallout 3 and the downloadable content. They still sold so many copies. Bethesda didn't lose any money. That's because Bethesda didn't waste any of their friggin' time trying to put protection in the game they knew was going to be useless. So, because of that, they still made money knowing that they were going to get pirated, and it still never hurt their sales. Period. The same thing with Risen. Risen doesn't even have a CD check, so it was able to be pirated. But you think Piranha Bytes was worried about that? No. They said, this game's probably going to get cracked. Let's just put quality into it. And that's why the game is the way it is. It's good. So this goes to show you, putting protection in a game doesn't mean anything. Period. End of story. It just doesn't mean anything. Because look at Bethesda with Fallout 3. Look at Piranha Bytes with Risen. And that's really all I got to say on the matter. So, enjoy it and PM me if you want to talk.